Just to be sure, there's a spoiler. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds Season 3 just gave Lieutenant Spock, Ethan Peck, yet another love interest, sort of. Despite his stoic Vulcan exterior, Spock has made numerous romantic connections in Strange New Worlds. His current relationship with Lieutenant Noonien-Singh, Christina Chong, appears to be going well, but an awkward situation in 4.5 Vulcans leads to another potential pairing. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 8 delivers plenty of hijinks, as Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, and 3 of his crew members transform into full-blooded Vulcans. This leads to complications in multiple relationships, but Lon actually spends most of the episode trying to start an intergalactic war. Spock, on the other hand, ends up working with Commander Una Chin Riley, aka Number 1, Rebecca Romaine, as they search for a way to turn Captain Pike, Lon, and the others back into humans. Una reaches out to her Vulcan ex, Doug, Patton Oswalt, but when she meets him again, she panics and claims that Spock is her husband. Welcome to Movie Spy. Number 1 became Spock's 4th love interest on Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, sort of. Una is initially reluctant to contact Doug, but she eventually relents when the non-Vulcan Enterprise crew members cannot convince Captain Pike and the others to take the serum that will turn them back into humans. Doug is an expert on Vulcan Cutros who may be able to help Spock connect with the human sides of his new Vulcan friends. Una reluctantly reaches out to Doug but warns Spock that she and her ex have too much chemistry, causing them to lose their focus in one another's presence. Una attempts to distance herself from her ex by claiming that Spock is her husband, much to Spock's surprise. Spock goes along with the ruse, although Doug quickly realizes the truth when Una steps away. It's a silly storyline, but it offers a surprising glimpse into Una's backstory and, sort of, gives Spock yet another Star Trek love interest. So far in Strange New Worlds, Spock has been involved with T'Pring, Jia Sandhu, Nurse Christine Chapel, Jess Bush, and Lon, but his romance with Number 1 is only a ruse that Doug doesn't even fall for. Spock and Number 1 have always had a special Star Trek connection. Spock and Number 1 have had a connection since Spock first came aboard the Starship Enterprise in Star Trek: Short Trek Season 2, Episode 1, Q&A. When Ensign Spock and Number 1 get trapped in a turbolift together, Una encourages Spock to ask her questions about serving aboard the Enterprise. Una reveals that she has learned to keep her freaky to herself so that she can climb through the ranks without ruffling any feathers. This explains why Number 1 often comes across as stoic and unemotional, but Una allows Spock to see a glimpse of her true self as she delivers a rousing rendition of Gilbert and Sullivan's "I am the very model of a modern Major General." Spock and Una have actually been linked since the very beginning of Star Trek. In Star Trek's original unaired pilot, The Cage, Majel Barrett's Number 1 was presented as logical and unemotional. However, when the character of Number 1 was cut from the series, Leonard Nimoy's Spock took on those traits. Although Star Trek: Strange New Worlds teased a fake romance between Una and Spock, the two characters work better as close friends who have come to understand and greatly respect one another. Thanks for watching.